We need protein to build muscle. The big question is, how much protein do you need? And more specifically, what about us women over 50? How do our protein needs compare to someone who's in their 20s or 30s? If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Kim. I'm a strength training coach for women over 50. I recently turned 60, and my goal is to show women over 50 that it's not too late to build muscle, lose body fat, and have a body you love. In order to do that, we need to eat enough protein, and probably more than you're currently eating. So how much is enough? Let's dive in. There are several ways to calculate your protein needs. I promise I'm going to keep this simple, but stay with me for just a couple minutes as I give you a little bit of detail. One way is to use the acceptable macronutrient distribution range, which gives us a range of 10 to 35% of our calories to determine a protein recommendation. Now, 10 to 35% is a very wide range, and it makes no distinction between age groups. Something else to keep in mind is there is a difference between adequate protein and optimal protein. Now, that lower end may be adequate for younger women. However, if you're a woman over 50 who's looking to preserve and even build muscle, this is most likely not nearly enough. Now, as we get older, our bodies generally are not as efficient at using the protein we eat, meaning we need to eat more protein. And I would recommend that means staying closer to the upper range of that 10 to 35%. Now, before I dive into the specific calculations, I want to share a second method of calculating your protein needs. Experts in the field of protein and aging recommend a protein intake between 1.2 and 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. And women over 50 may even need a little bit more. Let's look at an example of a woman eating 1,800 calories per day. You can do the calculations along with me on a calculator, or you can use the protein calculator that I've created for you. You can find a link to that calculator in the description below. Using the macro distribution range, she would need to consume 10 to 35% of her calories in protein. And that's going to equate to 180 to 630 calories of protein. Now, generally when we are thinking about how much protein to eat, we think in terms of grams of protein. So let's take it a step further and break those calories into grams. Every gram of protein equals 4 calories. You can see from the slide, a woman eating 1,800 calories per day would aim to eat 45 to 158 grams of protein a day. Now you may be thinking, wow, that is a big range. I'm still not sure how much protein to eat. Well, you're right, it's a really big range. And for this reason, I prefer the second method that uses grams per kilogram of body weight. First, we need to convert body weight into kilograms. So grab your calculator. Assuming you measure your body weight in pounds, take your weight in pounds and divide it by 2.2. This will give you your weight in kilograms. Using the 1.2 to 2 grams per kilogram a day, the same woman would need to eat 82 to 136 grams of protein. Still not quite sure how much protein you need? Here's a quick comparison of the two methods. My recommendation is to aim for the 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. In this example, the goal would be to eat 82 to 136 grams of protein per day. Remember, there is no one perfect amount of protein that works for all of us. We are all different. This is only a guide to get you in the ballpark. And if you're not even eating close to enough protein, let's say you're only eating 40 grams of protein, currently you're not going to jump up to 82 or 136 grams of protein overnight. Take your time and work your way up. If you found this video helpful, Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future tips to help you build muscle, lose body fat, and have a body you love. And one more thing, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment and let me know what other questions you have about building muscle after 50.